If Beale Street could talk, it would tell us what a truly nasty, brutish, and dangerous chocolate city Memphis is. But Beale Street cannot talk, but Google can. And here's just a few of the recent examples of the bad business happening down there on Beale Street. But it's not just Beale Street, even though we're going to see something from Beale Street in a minute. What about this little neighborhood? You know, the kind of place where stuff like this never happens, only it happens all the time.
Merciless blows and desperate groans of agony. A 62-year-old man and his two stepsons brutally attacked in the middle of Kimball Avenue last Saturday by a group of about 6 men.
They just continued beating us with sticks till they broke over our heads.
Massive gashes on their heads, faces, and covering their bodies when all was said and done.
They just got that beat.
His attackers angry, Clark says, after his stepfather confronted them.
They were throwing rocks at our house. Family came out to try to stop the situation.
They're the same men, Clark says, have sent bullets through his window, even shooting his dog on other occasions.
The bullet shattered his leg.
One of them, Clark believes the man undercover officers were searching for at this house after a camera allegedly caught him setting 2 cars on fire Thursday morning.
They want us to be in fear, and they want me to run, and they want everybody to hide. And that's not what I'm going to do.
And that man police are looking for tonight. We actually reported on him back in February when he and some other men allegedly robbed a couple and their children at gunpoint inside their East Memphis home. Those charges were later dismissed in April. Still no word why. As for this weekend's attack,
one more reporter on the scene of one more case of black mob violence against some white people. One more reporter saying, I can't figure out why this is happening. Why? Why don't you ask the former mayor, Wharton? On one of the last few days on his job, he was on the air in Memphis, Tennessee, at the local NPR affiliate. He told us why these things happen. They happen because of white racism, long history of it, 4,000, 4 million years, and maybe someday 4,000, 4 million years in the future. Well, we'll have it all straightened out.
Is that we have to come to full grips with the reality that in this country, in years past, black lives did not matter. If you look at the whole history of this nation, the 3/5 compromise and so many things in which black life did not matter, or at least it was not equal, our society has not yet purged itself of that. So the phrase Black Lives Matter, there's been a lot of hype around it. People have took it to mean, oh, green life doesn't matter, white life doesn't matter, yellow life doesn't matter. It simply says that to a degree that no other ethnic group has ever faced, in this country there has been, and there is a history of just downright racial abuse which embedded in the law enforcement community in the past, that black lives really don't matter. So this is an affirmative action, if you will, saying, hey, let's refute what went on in the past by putting an exclamation point beside this, saying, wait a minute. Yes, they do matter.
New tonight at 9, a Beale Street beatdown. That's what police say happened to a man early Sunday morning. Good evening. Thank you for being with us. I'm Merle Purvis.
I'm Gerald Green. The victim told police he was jumped by 6 people. Fox 13's Zach Crenshaw is live on Beale right now. And Zach, police aren't exactly sure what led to this attack.
Yeah, because the victim didn't say it, or at least they didn't include it in their police report. It's unclear if it was a drunken fight, a random robbery, or potentially just an all-out attack. But it happened here in front of Wet Willie's, according to the victim, and police had to meet him at the hospital.
It's the most popular street in Memphis, but one man wasn't walking 10 feet off of Beale Sunday. He was laying in it bloodied and bruised.
It's just worrying to know that could happen to people.
According to police, a man said he was jumped in the area of Wet Willie's around midnight by 6 guys. The victim ended up getting a ride to the hospital instead of calling an ambulance. Officers noticed a lot of bruises and swelling around the victim's face, lip, and forehead.
It's pretty messed up. It don't make me nervous and scared because I don't have no problem with people. No people at all. No problem.
Tourists like Rachel from Australia said they wouldn't have expected an attack with so many officers nearby.
You wouldn't have thought that it probably would have been, like, police would have been that close. People are just a bit ruthless sometimes. They might have been drunk. But
I'm guessing it wouldn't have happened, you know, if security was really moving around. You know, if you just stationed somewhere, you can't protect what's right here, right?
On Monday evening, we noticed the normal heavy police presence near Beale, including officers on bikes.
Now, it's unclear if it was alcohol-related or the attack led to a concussion, but officers who took the report say the victim had a hard time speaking and was incoherent.
Regardless, local Memphians know crime on Beale is never a good thing for the city.
Because Beale Street is kind of like the life of Memphis.
Now they're hoping the suspects are caught, so the partying on Beale can be a little safer.
If there's cameras everywhere around here, 3 out of the 6 should be caught. If not, somebody's not doing their job.
Now, there's very little suspect information because the victim told police he did not get a good look at the 6 guys. All he knows is they came up from behind him, he said, and began punching him in the head. Obviously, there are a lot of cameras around, including skycocks on nearly every corner of Beale, so police should have surveillance video. We'll let you know if any arrests are made.
We've done so many stories on Memphis, in the schools, in the streets, on Beale Street, in the neighborhoods, in homes, in parks. If I started listing them all, well, we'd be here all night. And besides, talking about how Memphis is a truly dangerous, dirty, and chocolate city, that pretty much makes the black kids angry.